This
to
conference
tracer
will now
first.
be
And after
recorded.
tracer is done, I will tell you a problem. The solution for the problem will be next topic, database. Okay. See, anytime when you have your application execution is being done, transaction processing is being done, whenever you wanted to look at the step-by-step execution. What is the application? SBI password rules. Okay, so here if I wanted to go with understanding about or looking at about step-by-step execution of a program, generally in C language you have a big program, you are executing it step by step, you wanted to experience to see, or in Java or maybe CPP somewhere, you want to see the step-by-step execution of the program. The process of looking at the step-by-step execution is called as debugging process. You are going to debug to understand each step, what is the execution, what is the output result at each step. This process is called as debugging. Okay, debugging is in other words we can say inspecting what is happening. Okay, we have already used one user interface inspector. Inspecting UI can be done by using which tool? Live UI. Live UI is also debugging tool. Inspecting the data of work object also we have done by using a tool. What was the tool? Clipboard. So clipboard is a debugging tool to inspect work object data. Live UI is a debugging tool to inspect user interface design. Similarly, I want to inspect to see the step-by-step execution of different types of rules like activities or even any other rule. So for that there is an inspector called tracer. Tracer is a debugging tool which is going to record the step-by-step execution of most of the rules in Pega. Most of the rules means not all. Some of the rules are there. You'll come to know later. What are those most of the rules? Out of which one of the rule is activity. Okay, you can trace activities, you can trace flows, you can trace when rules, you can trace report definition, you can trace data transform, you can trace sections, flow actions, harness. All this can be traced. There are rules which you cannot trace. Leave about that now. But here you go now. Tracer is a debugging tool which is going to record the step-by-step execution of different types of rules. See, tracer you can find beside clipboard. So far we are done with two debugging tools. Clipboard to debug to understand about data work object, live UI to inspect the user interface. Now tracer to record the step-by-step execution. Tracer icon will be available beside clipboard at the bottom. Open the tracer. If you want to trace something, debug something to see the step-by-step execution, before you execute, you open the tracer, then minimize the tracer, then now you execute anything, it will trace. But when you open the tracer for the first time, is this our application? This one, our application. Okay. First, as a learner for you, you need to go to settings. You need to go to settings. If you look at here, scroll down completely, rule sets. So many rule sets are selected. Means all the rules that are part of these rule sets getting executed should be recorded on the tracer. See, you do not want to record everything that is getting traced. You will need only some specific things which you are looking for to be traced. Having very less information, less required information on tracer, it is easy for you to identify and understand. You have so much of information on tracer, out of which only 1 or 2 lines you need, it will be difficult. So I don't want to trace every rule that is getting executed as part of process commander. For the first time when you open the tracer, you need to come scroll down completely to rule sets, deselect all and select only checkboxes where it says SBI, your application related. Okay, and scroll up. And here, what are the rule types that you want to trace? I want to trace flow. Then I need to select. Suppose if I do not select flow, even though flow is executed, it won't come in the tracer because I don't want to have so much information. As part of my flow action section, drop down activity are running. I want to trace only activity, not remaining things. So I don't select any options related to remaining. So because I don't want to have too much of information on the tracer. So flow, if I select, it will get recorded on the tracer, otherwise it won't. Similarly, all other role types and scroll up. Activities I want to trace, I will select activities. Data transform I want to trace, I will select. When rules I want to trace, I will select. So for the first time, you scroll down, deselect all and select only your application related, say okay and clear what is already present. Now you see here, if I am going to create a case by executing flow, okay, this is the flow, actions and then run. I have created a case. Flow is executed, right? But flow will not be traced. You see here on the tracer, only as part of the execution of the screen, when this country drop down is getting populated, activity got executed or not? That activity has got recorded. The execution of the activity has been recorded on the tracer. Execution of activity has been recorded on the tracer. Understand everyone clear? Everyone of you online. Okay. Now tracer you need to, okay, tracer you need to always read from right to left, bottom to top. Okay. The initial execution will be at the bottom. The latest and final execution will be at the top. So here the first column from the right side, rule set and version, means any rule that is getting executed, from which rule set, which version that the rule has been picked. And next, class and rule name. What is the rule name? From which class the rule is been picked? Which countries? If I want to open, I can click on this, it will open here in the Dev Studio. Okay, it got opened. Okay, and here you go now. Tracer. Next, what is the event type? What is happening? Activity fetch countries, execution has begun, activity began. What is the page on which it has been executed? PY as part of work of the process. Just you move one line, one record upside in the tracer, same, everything same, but step begin. What is the step? Step number 1. Step number 1, what is the method? OBJ browse. Step 1, execution begin with the method OBJ browse, and just move one record upside. Step 1 ending with OBJ browse, means for one single step in the activity, how many records are there on the tracer? 2 records. One is beginning of the step, another one is ending of the step. Imagine if I have a property set step written, property set is been written. In the property set, I have assigned some property values. At the beginning of property set execution, if I go to tracer, is it going to show the values of properties that are being set? Beginning of the step. So in the tracer, step begin property set, step end property set, and in that I have set 2 property values. Property 1 is equal to value 1, property 2 is equal to value 2. At beginning of property set, if I go to the respective page, am I going to see the values of property 1, 2, yes or no? No. Just a common sense question, that's it. No. At the beginning means, what is the meaning of beginning? It is started just now. When it is started, property set, will it be done or it is yet to be done? It is yet to be done. At the starting, if you go to page and see the values, will the values be available on clipboard or page here? No. At the end of the step, if I go and see, it will be available. Okay, like that you can see the values of pages instead of going to clipboard, and the tracer also you can see. Understand? So this is how you can go ahead and use the tracer, just a basic understanding. Okay, I'll tell you remaining things later. Okay. Okay, so this is about tracer, just a basic idea. I will be explaining about the concept of data pages now. Okay. Okay, with the tracer, it is fair enough to understand. I'll explain you data pages concept. See here. See, I have user interface, personal vehicle information. So and also I have user interface, customer details, correct? In the customer details section, I have one drop down, countries, which is populated by activity. Okay, I'm copying this and I'm going to personal vehicle just for our ease of understanding. I'm pasting here. Means in a transaction, this is just a private edit I'm doing. In 2 different screens, you are populating drop down countries. Both places it will populate the same data. Okay, let us try to execute and let us try to trace that particular screen activity. And now create a case. Where is the flow? Actions and then run. Okay, executed and tracer. See, at screen 1, country drop down is getting populated. In order to populate country drop down, it is calling one activity in the drop down, fetch countries. Is it been executed or not? Executed. Now I will submit. At screen 2 also for some reason I'm using the same data. Country drop down populated or not? Populated. Go to table, go to tracer. Activity got executed again or not? Suppose in screen 3 also, if I am using country, will it be executing again? The activity gets executed or not? In a transaction, if I use this drop down 3 times overall, how many times the activity will get executed? 3 times. Suppose this is one operator. Okay, like this operator, there will be other operators also. They are going to execute the flows, right, to make the business transaction. If 100 users are going to make the transaction by executing the flow, then how many times this activity will get executed? 100 into 3 times. 300 times it will get executed. But all the 300 times, the drop down values countries will be same or different? All the 300 times, same activity is getting executed or not? All the 300 times, the same table is being hit or not for the data? Okay, multiple times it is getting executed within the transaction or even for other transactions. Okay, I'll tell you one example now. Look at here. See, we have a bank. Okay, bank application is there. Imagine there is a bank application. So n number of people are going to log into bank application. There is a link which says that get, okay, show deposits, fixed deposit, show fixed deposit interest rate, show fixed deposit interest rate. That is a hyperlink. The moment you click on this link, a table layout will be displayed. It will display column 1, like age between 18 and 35. Okay, column 2, age between 35 and otherwise youngster, okay, kids, youngsters, senior citizens. Like this, it will display 3 columns, and in each column it will display. So in each row it will display. Rows will be like term of let's say term of 1 year 6%, term of 5 years, for example 7%, term of 10 years this much percentage. Like this, it has displayed a table. So the data to be displayed here, the moment you click on this link, an activity got executed. In the activity, we have OBJ browse that interacted with the table which has fixed deposit interest rate details. It has fetched and placed on clipboard on a what is that, page list format. That page list we are displaying here by using a table layout. Did we work on this? Creating table layout and all. We worked on user interface, right? Like the same requirement we implemented. Maybe some other thing. What is the screen? Commercial vehicles. From the front end, we are not displaying, but we are doing it from the front end, we are capturing. But this time it is displaying. Okay, now suppose if 100 users are going to log into the system and 100 users are going to click on the get fixed deposit rate, interest rate, show fixed deposit interest rate. For all of them, it is going to show the same data or not? Is it going to show the same data? How frequently fixed deposit interest rate will change? Maybe worst case will be max once in 6 months. Once in 6 months, 6 months or 1 year, or maybe sometimes it may be 3 years or 5 years also. Okay. So within, suppose let's say for example, it is changing for every 6 months. Okay. So within 6 months per day, on an average 100 people are going to log in and click on this link. So when 100 resources log in and click on the link, on click of the link, activity will get executed, right? How many times activity will get executed? For 100 resources, how many times it will get executed? 100 times. Is the same activity getting executed or not? And there is a table which is holding all this data, right? How many times the table is going to get hit for 100 requests? 100 times table is going to get hit. Means your system is interacting with the database 100 times. Okay. And for each user, clipboard will be different. For your clipboard is different from mine. I have my own session. My clipboard is different. Okay. But even though 100 users, 100 sessions, 100 clipboards are there. For your clipboard, it will not be visible to me. Okay. And now the data from the table is being retrieved and it will be placed on clipboard, right? On clipboard, on a server, 100 resources log in, 100 clipboards will be there. On that 100 clipboards, you have all this data. page list data. Page list name is ABC. How many ABC page lists will be there? 100 or 1?
100.
How many page lists will be there? For each requester, the clipboard is separately available. How many page lists will be available?
100.
100 page lists. But all 100 page lists will have same data, different data. If you go to a user page list, data will be same. User 2 related clipboard page list data will be same. User 4 data will be same. Everything data will be same. Understand everyone clear? So this is how you are going to get the data and place it on clipboard for each request that has been made. But one thing here is, in all these situations and all these requests, the data is a common data, same data for everyone or not? And also data is constant for certain period of time, yes or no? So now what is happening here with the existing design is, for each request, source rule is getting executed. That is activity. For 100 requests, how many times it is been executed? 100 requests. Okay. 100 times rule runs, correct? And how many times database is being hit? 100 times table got hit. And how many pages are there on clipboard? 100 pages on each page on one clipboard. Okay, so all are duplicate. Okay, everyone clear? And now business has got an idea. Business has got one idea. See, they have got an idea like, see, in this situation, data is constant data, same data for every request that is being made, and also it is a common data for everyone, same data, constant data for certain period of time. I'm sorry, common data for everyone, and constant is in the sense for certain period of time. Okay, for 6 months it won't get changed, right? Now they are expecting a different design of providing different solution. Now they're expecting a different design of providing different solution. They're asking the developers, because it is a constant data for certain period of time and a common data for multiple requests. So we need solution like, first request is being made. First request is being made. Rule should run. Rule runs and hit the table, database table, and get the data. Hold on. I'll maximize this. Get the data and place on clipboard. Place on clipboard. Done. Everyone, this is even happening before also. This is even happening before. But for first request, they're asking like this. If it is happening for the first record like this, first request, when second request is being made, because data is same, right? So it should look up the clipboard. Look at the clipboard. So now you may ask me, clipboard is different for each person, right? But this time, clipboard page should be placed in a common area. Sharing path anukundama. Sharing clipboard place on clipboard. Place is sharing for everyone. Now that's sharing place. Now here, look at the clipboard. If page already there with data, page already there, then take the data. Else do what? Step 1 to be repeated. Okay, understand? So this is the design they are expecting. If this is the design, what will be the advantage to the application? Let us look at the advantages. See, imagine 6 months it is not changing, right? Data. Now today morning 9 o'clock a requester is requesting for this data. This is the first request. For the first request, will the data be available on clipboard? It will not be available on clipboard. It will go to clipboard. Even for the first request also it will go, not only for second request. The algorithm actually I have to write like this. When a request is being made, look at the clipboard. Look at the clipboard. If page already present, if page already present, means this is not a first request. Obviously, copy the data, take the data, else do what? Else run the rule, then hit the table, then place the data on clipboard. Understand? Second time onwards, first one will become true. Okay, now if this is the algorithm that is being designed, imagine 9 o'clock in the morning a request has been made. Now system will verify. This is the first request. Consider system will verify the clipboard. Does the clipboard has the page? Clipboard has the page is there on clipboard, yes or no?
No, it's not there.
No.
For the first request, consider this is the first request that has been made today morning at 9 o'clock. So it goes to clipboard. The clipboard has the page. Page is there or not there? Page is
Not there.
There on the clipboard. As a result, it will run the rule, hit the database, and put the page on the clipboard. The data and place the data on clipboard. Completed. Next. See, second person has come at 9:30, and he is also requesting for the data. He clicked on the link. Now system will go to clipboard and see page is there or not there. Page is there. Is it going to run the rule? Is it going to hit the table? Is it going to create the page? Instead, it will take the data from the existing page. Like this, today overall 100 persons have requested the data. For all the 100 persons, how many times the rule gets executed? How many times?
Once.
One time. How many times the database table will get hit? Only one time.
One.
How many pages will be there on clipboard in a shared place? Only one page.
One page.
As a result of all this, application performance will get improved. Every time hitting the database, next time onwards it is not hitting. For example, for the first request to hit the database, get the data and place it on clipboard, imagine if it is taking 1 minute. Second request, is it going to take 1 minute? It is not preparing query, it is not hitting the table, it is just taking directly from the clipboard. It will take maybe 10 seconds, that's it. So second to remaining 99, processing is faster now. Okay, so like this, the advantage of this design is the number of times the source rule gets executed will be reduced from n to 1, where n can be even a million. Okay, n to 1, and the number of times the database is going to get hit is been reduced from n to 1, and number of pages that gets created on clipboard are being reduced from n to 1, and the time duration to get the data from second request to n number of requests is been less. As a result of all this, the performance of the application is going to be improved. This solution is required only when in case data is common data and constant data for certain period of time. Otherwise, it doesn't work. See, every minute data is changing. For every request, data is different data. Are you going to go for this solution? You're not going to go for this solution. Understand, everyone? Clear? Online resources, are you clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This solution is being provided by Pega with the concept of a page called data page. What is the rule type? Data page. Listen to me carefully. It will take some time to explain you. Okay. When we create a new data type, PRP is automatically creating data pages also. It is creating data pages also. Data page will be there on clipboard. It will hold the data. Okay. Data page has a special mechanism. It is a shared page. What is meant by shared page?
More than one.
Shared page.
More than
Suppose you have a
one.
file. You said that this is a shared file. What does it mean? It can be accessible to multiple people. It will be there at a common place. Understand? So data page is a shared page on server's clipboard. It will get cached there actually. Mechanism is overall, this mechanism is all caching mechanism, right? What is the meaning of what is cache memory? You know about cache memory, right? Cache memory.
Temporary storage.
In the concept of operating system, we have something called cache memory.
Temporary memory.
It's a temporary memory.
Temporary, okay. Mechanism enti. RAM kuda temporary memory. Hard disk kuda temporary memory. Delete chese variki.
I mean, the data will be like first time
What is the
will be
concept of caching? That's what I'm asking.
holding it for further use.
Pointers.
Frequently accessed.
Pointers. Funds and then storage usability.
The concept sharing. Caching concept is nothing but sharing. Means for the first time you place it in the cache, bring it from the original place, put it in the cache. Second time onwards, directly take from the cache. Faster access and all. Same concept database. Temporary RAM is also temporary memory. Okay. So it will be temporary till you restart the server generally. Okay. So now cache memory concept same. Database. Database is a cached page. It will be available for sharing. First time only it will go to source role. Next time onwards, it will not go to source place. It will directly take from the data page itself. So data page is a shared page on server's clipboard. Data page is a shared page on server's clipboard. Understand? Now, data page can be available in one of the two structures. Okay, I'll tell you another point. Data page can be created under data model category. Data page can be created under data model category, and data page name, it must start with D underscore. If I edit this and remove D underscore, create and open, what is happening? It is not allowing. It is not allowing you to create. Okay, anyhow, let me choose some class. Create and open. It is not allowing you to create. It says database name must start with D underscore. So database will be specifically identified by a prefix D underscore. What is the prefix? A database can be created under data model. Database is a shared page on server's clipboard. Database can be created under data model category. Database name must start with D underscore. A data page name can also start with declare underscore Y. See, data pages before Pega 7 version means 6.3, 6.2, 6.1 and before, data pages were called as declare pages. What was the class? What was the page called as? Declare pages. That time page name should be declare underscore. Concept is same then and now, but some more additional modifications have been done. Okay, overall concept is same. Declare page, declare underscore. Database, D underscore. Still declare underscore is supported because if your application is developed in 6 version and upgraded to 7, you cannot rename everything. It should be automatically supported. Okay, like that. And database name must start with D underscore or declare underscore. And database can be available in one of the two structures, page structure or list structure. You are using database to fetch only one single record from the table. Then what would be the structure? Is it going to be page or list structure? It is going to be page structure. Database you are using to retrieve multiple records of data from the table and place it on clipboard. Then what would be the structure? List structure, page list structure. Understand everyone clear? So based on the requirement you choose page or page list, it will refer to a class that we know already. And data pages are available in one of the 3 different modes: read only, editable, savable. Read only means, I'll show you. Look at here. Read only data pages gets created on clipboard under the category of data pages. Under the category of data pages, you right click on the page. Do you have a delete option enabled? No, it is not. You cannot delete it. Read only data pages you cannot delete by page remove. That doesn't work. Page remove also doesn't work out. Okay, read only data pages gets created on clipboard under data pages category on clipboard, and which cannot be deleted. Okay, even by page remove. Editable data pages gets created on clipboard under user pages, but still sharing will be there. Sharing is sharing only. Okay, editable data pages will get created on clipboard under user pages. Delete option is available or not? Okay, like this, read only data pages and editable data pages. Read only data pages gets created on clipboard under data pages category, you cannot delete. Editable data pages gets created on clipboard under user pages, it can be removed. So it is like a normal page, but the difference is it is a shared page. Normal user pages are not shared pages, but this one is a shared page. And see here, scopes I'll tell you later. How do you get the data onto the database? You should get the data from table to database, right? In order to retrieve the data from some source onto the database, you must need a data source. That can be report definition or that can be activity. If it is report definition, whenever you refer the name of the database, report rule will run, and report will fetch and place on the data page. If it is activity, whenever you call this, use this data page d underscore page 1, then this activity will get executed. It will place the data on the data page. Understand? In the activity, you have to place it manually anyhow, no problem. So like this, data page has different sources. Out of that, as of now, we know 2 sources. It can be either activity or report definition. There are other sources as well. Data transform, lookup, robotic process automation, desktop automation, aggregate source. Aggregate source means more than one source. And another source, and another source. Like this, you can add more than one source. Means data page will get populated by more than one source like this. You can add multiple sources. Given a condition also you can add. If condition satisfied, this is the source. Else, these are the sources. This option is available for aggregate sources. Understand, everyone clear? So like this, how do you get the data onto data page? By calling a source rule inside data page. That can be either activity or report definition. Other than these two, there are other options available like data transform, lookup, connector, robotic process automation, robotic desktop automation, or aggregate source. Aggregate source means more than one source. That's it. Options will be available. Everyone clear so far? So data page is a shared page on server's clipboard. Data page name can be created under data model category. Data page name must start with d underscore or declare underscore, and a data page, hold on, and data page can be available in one of the 2 structures, page or list structure. It refers to a class. Data page has 3 different modes: read only, editable, savable. I did not tell you about savable, hold on. And read only data pages gets created on clipboard under data pages category, which cannot be deleted. Editable data pages gets created on clipboard under user pages, which can be deleted, but still sharing will be available. Data onto the data page can be sourced by executing different source rules, by calling different source rules. Source rules can be activity, report definition, or it may be data transform, lookup, robotic process automation, robotic desktop automation, aggregate sources, connector. It can be any of these sources, depends on your requirement. You'll be choosing. We'll be working on different sources going forward. And here you go now. Data page is getting created on clipboard. It will never get deleted. You cannot even delete it. Suppose once in 6 months data is changing in the table. So once in 6 months it should get deleted, right? Read only data page I'm talking about. Read only data page got created, but it will not get deleted from the clipboard. Even you cannot delete it. So then how do you handle the situation? It should get deleted at 6 months, for example. So you go to load management tab. Load management, read only you select, sorry. Editable, it won't show anything. Read only, load management. Here you see number of days. Okay, 180 days. 180 days. So today it is created. From today to 180 days, it will get removed from the clipboard. I'll tell you an example. See here. I'm giving the refresh strategy is 1 hour. You can mention the refresh strategy or reload strategy under the load management for the read-only databases as number of days, hours, minutes, seconds. I mentioned 1 hour. Imagine if first request is being made at 8 a.m. 8 a.m. a request is being made. Data page has got created. Okay, and refresh time is 1 hour. Can you tell me at what time it will get deleted? By the time 9 o'clock reaches, 8:59 over, it will get removed. By the time 9 o'clock, it will not be there on clipboard. Understand, everyone? It will get automatically removed by the process commander. Everyone clear with this point? So imagine, so next what, when it will get created again? Okay, 9 o'clock it got deleted. When it will get created again? Next time, when a requester is making a request for the database, that time it will get created. It will not be deleted and created again. Understand? It will get deleted over. 1 hour is over, it got deleted. It will not be created immediately, automatically. Someone else should request after that, then it will be created. Okay, understand, everyone clear? Now 8 o'clock it got created. Refresh strategy is 1 hour. One requester has made a request at 8 o'clock. Now at 8:30, another requester requested for D page. 8:30 also. And at 9:15, another requester has made a request for D page. And now what is the refresh time of above data page? Multiple choice question. ఓకే మీరే చెప్పండి మల్టిపుల్ చాయిస్ అప్పుడు ఉన్నప్పుడు చూద్దాం. This is the one. At what time it will get removed from the clipboard?
9 o'clock it will remove and 9:15 it will
10:15.
create.
I'm asking after this details, what will be the refresh time of about data page after the last request? మీకు ఎంత డీటెయిల్ గా ఎవరు అడగడు క్వశ్చన్ ఎగ్జామ్
10:14. 10:14. 10:15.
what time it will get removed?
10:14.
Refresh అంటే remove
10:15.
what time? I'll write down 10 a.m. 9:30 a.m. 10:30 a.m. and 15 a.m. Which one?
10:15 a.m.
What time it will get removed?
10:15 a.m.
10:15 a.m. it will get removed. What was the last time it got created? See, 8 o'clock to
9:15.
refresh time you calculate. 8 o'clock after when it will get removed? 9 o'clock it has
9
been
o'clock.
removed. After 9 o'clock, 9:15 only a request has been made. So 9:15 it got created. What will be the next time it is going to get deleted? 10:15.
15.
Understand everyone clear? So this is about data page refresh strategy. And see, even after 1 hour is completed, I don't want to delete if the property value a is equal to 10. I can stop it. Do not reload when there is a when condition. So at the time, say 9 o'clock it got created, imagine, and 10 o'clock, 1 hour, it should get deleted, right? But at the time of deleting, it will verify the condition. This property on clipboard has the value of 10. If the value of this property a on clipboard is 10, then do not reload. It will not be deleted. Next refresh time will be 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, again, it will verify. If value of a is not 10 at any refresh time, then only it will get deleted. Otherwise, it won't get deleted. That's how you can prevent. If you want to prevent, that is optional. Understand? Okay, I'm a developer. As per my business requirement, I have created a data page. Refresh time is 1 day. I have given 1 day. I saved everything, and I have to run 3 test cases with 3 different data. First test case I have executed. Okay, I got data page created, read-only data page, 1 day refresh time. Second time I want to run the test case with a different data. Is it possible? Within 1 day, is it possible? Suppose if you take another data and try to test it, still data page will be copied because 1 day it will be there and it will be copied. So I want to delete the data page. If I go to clipboard as a developer, will I be able to delete read-only data page? You cannot delete. Can you write an activity with page remove and delete? No, you cannot. Then how do you manage this situation? See, you need to come to load management tab of the data page and click on clear data page and flush it. So this is forcefully removing the data page from the clipboard by the developers. Usually developers will have access to this, right? So this is how forcefully you can remove the read-only data page from the clipboard. From the data page itself, under the load management, this has been made available just for the sake of testing purpose. Understand clear? Everyone clear so far? So what did we discuss about data pages? Refresh strategy. Read-only data pages will not get deleted from the clipboard automatically. So we need a refresh strategy. For that, under load management tab, we have to give number of days, hours, minutes, seconds. When the time is breaching, data page will get removed from the clipboard. And we can prevent this deletion based on condition. There is an optional when condition, do not reload when. For developer purpose to forcefully remove the data page, we have been provided with a button called clear data page. Make sense? Everyone clear so far? Online resources.
Can you explain reload if older than, please?
Reload if older than means data page created, and if the time breaches, data page is, I have given 1 hour. Data page created at 8 o'clock. Till what time it will be available? 1 hour it will be available. Till 9 it will be available. At 9 o'clock it will get removed. It will get created again when a next request is being made. When a next request is being made, this will get created again. Understand?
Sir, but in the notepad, in the example which you gave, the second request is at 8:30.
Okay. 8:30 it will be created or it will be shared?
So the data page
At this
will be
place, at this place it will get created or shared? First tell me.
Shared.
will be shared. Okay.
Shared. Okay. And here
It will be created.
What is your question?
No, sir. Now I understood. I thought at 8:30 it will get deleted. Okay.
Okay,
Sorry, sir.
fine. Everyone clear? So next, see, I'll tell you one business requirement. Sharing is needed, but sharing may need certain limitations. We should not share the data to everyone. There may be certain limitation. I'll tell you an example. So I have an insurance application. My insurance application will be used by different insurance vendors, insurance agents. You have an agent, right? Agent will come to you and collect your documents. He will open one application. He will create cases by making the data entry. Imagine for each area, there is one agent. Okay. For each city, imagine for each city, one agent is there. This agent will collect all the documents and he will start creating. Okay. Now, when he is creating policies, suppose in a day on an average, imagine 10 profiles he will collect. So 10 insurance policies he will be creating to process further. Means 10 work objects will get created. Every time when he is creating a work object, when first screen loads, it has to automatically get the data of his agency data. He is an agent working for some branch, right? If he is going to create all 10 policies, okay, his details, all 10 policies should be created under his reference. Imagine he has a reference code assigned. Okay, so he will get a commission. Okay, for all 10 policies, the reference ID of the agent and the details of his agency where he is working. For all 10 policies, is it same or different? Same or different?
Same.
Okay, there is another agent who is working in second city. For second city agent, the referral code plus the agency details, are these same as first agent or different? These are same as first agent or different?
Different.
For second city, another city,
Different.
it is different. Okay. Now consider only first agent, one agent. Agent means insurance agent, not PEGA related agent. Insurance agent. Now when he creates first work object, it is going to go to table and retrieve his referral code, agency data, and put it on clipboard and use it during the transaction. Second work object also, when he is creating, is it going to get the same data or not? Third work object and 10th work object also same data or not? Now we need data sharing, right? Instead of going every time to database, we need data sharing. But data sharing here has a limitation. Data sharing is between work objects that I am creating, but this data should not be shared to others. Other person, it should not be shared. It should be shared only for my operator ID within my session. Another operator login means he might be another city person. For him, his reference data and his agency details to be loaded and shared. Sharing is needed within the region, within the boundaries of my login session, but not for others. Understand everyone clear? Online resources. So like this, based on your business, sharing has certain limitations. This is called as scope. If you are creating data page where you want the data to be shared among multiple work objects created by a single requester in a single requester session, sharing is needed. Work object 1 data, some data at which we have got at work object 1 needed for work object 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it is for only my work objects, not for others. So in this case, data sharing scope will be requester. So database scope is requester you choose. In case if you have a requirement where the data to be shared among multiple work objects of a single requester session, but not with other requester sessions. Make sense, everyone clear? So suppose I am the operator, I need some data that is common across all the work objects that I create. I logged in at morning 9 o'clock. Okay, I have created 10 work objects from 9 o'clock to 1 o'clock. First work object data on the data page, because the scope is requester, will be available for sharing at second and 10th work object also. At 1 p.m. I have logged off for lunch. The moment I log off, data page will be gone because the scope of data page is requester. I logged in back at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock, I am creating 11th work object. Data will be shared or it will be created again. Data page will be created again. From 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, I have created 10 more work objects, 11 to 20. 11th work object data page will be created. Till 20, it will be shared. Session means between login and log off. It's not by ID. Your ID, one ID, specific login and log off will be considered as one single session. So data page, you are going to choose the scope of data page as a requester. ఏం చేస్తున్నారు వింటున్నారా వింటున్నారా మరి if the database scope is a requester scope, then data will be available for sharing among multiple work objects of a single requester session, but not with other requester sessions. Understand this point, everyone? Clear? You understand requester scope? Everyone of you online? I told you with an example also. Everyone clear? Yes or no? Respond on the chat.
Yes.
చెప్పండి రిక్వెస్టర్ స్కోప్ అంటే ఏంటి? వాట్ ఈస్ రిక్వెస్టర్ స్కోప్ ఇన్ డేటాబేస్? Requester scope means
In case data needs to be
so
shared,
given a business requirement, you are being given with a
Just
business
login
requirement.
and share
As
the
part of your
data.
business requirement, you are being given with a business requirement. As part of your business requirement, you find data is constant and sharing is needed. But what is the scope you are going to choose? When are you going to choose requester scope for your database? How do you decide on it? If
when all work objects of that requester session needs the data.
If our entire requester session needs same data among multiple work objects, then you will go for requester scope. It depends on business requirement, whether which scope you are going to choose and all depends on your business requirement. And database scope thread means, see, thread means you can understand one work object beginning to ending one thread. I'll tell you another example. Okay, see, you are making a banking transaction. Okay, for every transaction, when you make the when you begin a transaction, immediately it will retrieve total balance amount available in your bank account. During the transaction, multiple times it will verify with the balance amount based on the actions that you are performing. It will verify multiple times. Okay, same balance amount it has to verify. Imagine in a transaction 5 times we need the total balance amount to be verified. First time when you log in and initialize transaction, balance amount will get loaded from the table into some property on clipboard. You went to third screen, it has to verify. It has to go to again table and retrieve actually. But because in a transaction 5 times you need the same data, what would you be doing? You are going to put the balance amount on data page, retrieve and put it on data page. So second time, third, fourth, fifth time in the transaction, it will be copied from the data page. Only for the first time it will be created. Now you are going to make another transaction. Now tell me, what is the possibility of having a different balance amount for the second transaction? What is the probability? For the second transaction also, same balance amount will be there or may not be there. Second transaction
Maybe
may not be there.
Sure, you have to consider the situation like it is different. If you consider it as same and do the transaction, your entire system will collapse. So second transaction, definitely you have to consider it. Even though you are using multiple times in a transaction, second transaction definitely can be different. Possibility is there. Probability you have to take 100%. Otherwise, system will fail. So now you are being given with a requirement to design this transaction model. The data that you need to be shared among multiple times to be shared within single transaction. But as per the requirement, it should not be shared for other transactions. Means your work object, first work object, but not to second, third, fourth. Each work object, within each work object, I need sharing multiple times, but not with other work objects. Even though mine, that is not needed as per the business functionality. Understand everyone clear? In this type of situations, you go for database scope as thread. Database scope thread means the data page will be available for sharing n number of times within one single transaction, but not with other work objects. Other doesn't mean other person. Even it is the same person, second work object will not be available for sharing. Understand everyone clear? Thread scope. There is one more scope called node. Node means you understand one machine, one server. Understand? One server is equal to you install Pega, right? So on a server, when you install Pega, how many people can log in? Imagine n number of people can log in. All of them log in. All the agents will log on to insurance application, correct? Insurance agents will log on to insurance application. They will access to create insurance transactions. Now, if it is node scope, the data available on data page can be shared across multiple requesters, multiple operators who are logged on to the same node. Who are 100 resources logged on to server. Whoever is making the request for the database for the first time, that time it will be created. And once it is loaded onto clipboard, that database will be available for sharing for operator 2, operator 3, operator 4, anyone who come onto that node, it will be available for sharing. So if you have any business requirement where data to be shared with multiple operators on the server, then what will be the scope of the database? Node scope will be the scope for the database. Any example for this? Simple example. I am creating a form in transaction, list of countries I want to populate. In the drop down, there is a countries table, get the data and paste it on clipboard and populate. Countries will be, or otherwise states in a country. Imagine in a country, India, states. Statewide, you are going to choose which state you are taking this policy from. Everyone will log in. List of states to be populated in the drop down. Correct? Now, for this, states will be populated for every operator, same number of states, and same will be populated or not? Countrywide, not worldwide, countrywide, right? In this case, can I make the data page which is populating this drop down as a node scope, so that for everyone it is not needed to hit the database again and again. Only once it will load for the first time, it will be there forever. Understand everyone clear? So like this, database scope node means it will be available for sharing among multiple operators who are on the server. So there are 3 scopes available for data page: thread, requester, and node. Scope you are going to choose based on your business need. So thread scope means data page will be available for sharing within single work object multiple times, but not with other work objects. Requester scope means data page will be available for sharing among multiple work objects of a single requester session, but not with other requesters. And data page scope node means it will be available for sharing among multiple operators or multiple requesters who are on the same server. What is meant by same server? There can be a possibility your application will run on multi-node environment. Means Amazon application will at a time run on 10 servers. As an end user, you don't realize that. So database will be available for sharing for all the login people who are on server 1. It will not be shared with other people who are logged on to server 2. Between hardware, it will not be shared. Just for your better understanding. Okay. So that is, these are the 3 different scopes available for database. Understand clear? Everyone clear? Online
Yes, so
resources.
requester is equal to one operator, right? In this case, like the first option. So
Requester?
is equal to one operator.
Every requester is
Can we
equal to
consider?
one operator. See, requester can be a human operator. It can be another system. It can be a background processing. It can be anything. Requester means you can understand one login, one log off. Between that is one requester session. See, another application is communicating with other application. Application is also a requester. Human communicating. Human is also a requester. Internal job is running. That is also background processing request. Requester types I'll explain later, but as of now for your request is operator. Okay.
Okay.
$590. July. July 595. Database document. Practical is there? Any practical? Entire session theory, yeah?
Yeah, అంటే
No other, only database document. ఇంకేమైనా ఉందా? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Tracer. Yes, correct. Tracer document wise you can easily understand. Okay. Anything else? That's it, right?
Harsha, actually, we haven't received the documents for 27th.
595 I have sent it already. Come again. What is that?
The documents for 27th July.
Documents for
27th July. Haven't received.
I have 27th document because of some issue with Google only. I shared from Harsha Pega 1 email. Harsha Pega 1 email. I have sent it from this mail to you. Next day morning I have sent it. Right? Check it once. I informed the same already. Pega class July. You can wind up for today. 594 kada illu.
We have one question in the chat. Can you please?
Yes, please. Just post your question on the starting window. చెప్పండి.
రిక్వైర్మెంట్ 2 లో బిల్లింగ్ అడ్రస్ షిప్పింగ్ అడ్రస్ బిట్వీన్ చెక్ బాక్స్ ఆప్షన్ ఉంది.
అవునవును.
ఇప్పుడు బిల్లింగ్ అడ్రస్ 4 ఫీల్డ్స్ ఫిల్ అయ్యాక చెక్ బాక్స్ అనేది
ఆర్ కండిషన్
ఎనేబుల్ అవ్వాలి.
ఎనేబుల్ అయినా విజిబుల్ అయినా ఏదో ఒకటి చేయండి. ఏం చేస్తారు
అంటే ఈ 4 ఫీల్డ్స్ అయ్యాక చెక్
మీకు
బాక్స్
విజిబిలిటీ తెలుసు కదా, ఎనేబుల్ డిజేబుల్ వాడండి, కొత్తగా ఉంటుంది.
అంటే నా డౌట్ ఏంటంటే సార్ చెక్ బాక్స్ ముందు కనిపించాలి,
కనిపించి డిజేబుల్ లో ఉంటుంది,
కనిపించి డిజేబుల్ లో ఉంటుంది. అంటే మేము
4 ఫీల్డ్స్ ఎంటర్ చేసినప్పుడు మాత్రమే
ఎనేబుల్
ఎనేబుల్
అవ్వాలి. అంటే ఫస్ట్ విజిబిలిటీలోనే ఉండాలి కదా.
పెట్టుకోండి. మీరు ఇన్విజిబుల్ పెట్టినా పర్లా, మీ ఇష్టం.
వచ్చింది విజిబిలిటీలో ఉంది.
విజిబిలిటీ ఇన్విజిబిలిటీ వాడండి, ఏమైంది?
అంటే ఈ 4th ఫీల్డ్ ఫిల్ అయ్యాక ఇది విజిబుల్ అవుతుంది. ఈ సెకండ్ టిక్ చేసాక సెకండ్ వర్షన్
అవును,
అలానే ఓకే కదా.
ఓకే, నో ప్రాబ్లం, పర్లేదు, ఎలా చేసినా ఏదైనా మనకు ఐడియా ఇంపార్టెంట్. అక్కడ
రిక్వైర్మెంట్ 3 కూడా చేయండి.
రిక్వైర్మెంట్ 3 స్టార్ట్ చేయండి. స్టార్ట్ చేయడం ఏం కదా, అడిగేదేం లేదు. 27th వీడియోనా, maybe that is we are playing, it is okay, but I will re-upload. Okay, I'll re-upload today once again. 27th, like if you have to do some bulk operation. What is bulk operation? More than 10,000 records. See, Pega is not for more than 10,000. Clipboard cannot hold it. Okay, and Pega is not for bulk operations. Okay, Pega is for business process, and bulk operations we need to go for third-party tools. There is no other way usually. That's why Pega BRPC will come in between as a system.